After the trial, I had this thought popping in my head. Oh my God, he's declared not guilty. Could he get a gun again? And my question was immediately answered. Not only can he get a gun, he can have his own gun. Judd Legum from Think Progress was the first to tweet about it, and he showed a picture of the gun in question, of course. Under Florida law, Zimmerman will get back this gun, which he used to kill Trayvon Martin. Well, Judd was right. That is exactly the case, and he has gotten that gun back, and he's apparently walking the streets with that gun as we speak. Don't take my word for it, take his defense counsel's word for it.
So do you think he would, if he could, he would carry a gun again?
Yes. Even more reason now, isn't there? A lot more people out there who actually hate him, though they shouldn't.
So you're saying he needs to protect himself?
Yes.
And the way to do it is by carrying a weapon?
It's one way.
So, all the more reason to carry a gun. Now look, I get it, there's some logic in it. So a lot of people are angry at Zimmerman. I understand. Could you imagine if he did it again? And what defense would he use? Well, self-defense. There was a lot of people who hated me. And poor, wimp, pussy George Zimmerman, you remember that was a defense they put on, literally, right? They brought on his MMA trainer, to say he was the softest guy he had ever trained, right? That he was so weak, so pathetic, that he had no choice. If he ever confronted in any kind of fight, he would immediately lose and cower, and hence he must shoot anyone he's in a fight with. And he got away on that. So now he's out in the streets with that gun, and his defense attorney is saying he's ready to use it. And remember, my client is a monumental pussy. So if you and remember what the medical examiner said. She said his injuries were very insignificant. If you even lay a finger on him, and he gets any kind of insignificant injury, he will shoot you dead. His defense attorney's telling you he's ready to do it again. My God, have some humility and don't rile people up. Go away, go away. Even if you're the defense attorney, I know you want to gloat, you want to get money for your next big client. Ha ha, Marco O'Mara, I'm the guy who got away with it, got Zimmerman off. Okay, shut up about it. You're going to get those clients anyway. But no, you're talking about, my guy's got his gun back. More.
Where does he go now?
I don't know. He will never be able to just walk down the street and not worry about who's looking at him or who's walking up behind him.
Does George Zimmerman still walk around with a bulletproof vest?
He wasn't wearing it during the trial a lot, but I know that when he was out in public, he wears it. I think that he has a legitimate fear and a legitimate concern. He doesn't know who's going to overreact.
Again, poor Zimmerman. He's the victim. He's the victim. I mean, God, he's so afraid for what's going to happen next, you know. I feel so bad for Zimmerman. Marco O'Mara is so right. He's the one that got shot, right? Oh, right. No, he was the one that shot the 17-year-old. Right. I forgot that for a second. In fact, of course, these guys are ecstatic. They're on the warpath now. They say they're going to sue NBC. Now, NBC did something wrong. There's no question about it. They edited the dispatch call wrong. They already fired a producer and a reporter over that. But it's not enough. Zimmerman's thinking, and O'Mara's saying, give me the money, give me the money. But how could it have prejudiced you so bad if you won the trial? But they don't care about that. They just want to cash in, so they're going to sue NBC now. But it's not enough. It's not enough to rub it in your face that he's got the gun back, they're going to sue NBC, they're going to go for the money, etc. No, he's also got to throw a racial component into it. While they always say that the other side makes it about race, listen to Marco O'Mara.
The prosecution raised this question about whether the outcome would be different if the races of the defendant and the victim were different. Do you think it would have been different if George Zimmerman was black?
Well, I think that the things would have been different if George Zimmerman was black for this reason. He never would have been charged with a crime. It seems as though what happened was an event that was being looked into by Sanford Police Department, and quite honestly, as we now know, looked into quite well. What happened was this became a focus for a civil rights event, which again is a wonderful event to have, but they decided that George Zimmerman would be the person who they were to blame and sort of use as the creation of a civil rights violation.
So, if you were to say, hey, listen, if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was black, perhaps it's black on black violence, and you know, that's unfortunately society too often ignores that. That's an interesting point, okay? It's not a point I would have made in that instance. I would have told the reporter, hey, this is not time to talk about racial difference, it's time to talk about racial healing, right? But he didn't decide to go in that direction. He decided to talk about race. Now, if you're going to make the argument, if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white, that they wouldn't have charged him, you live on a different planet. Oh yeah, black people shoot 17-year-old white kids all the time who are unarmed and get away with it, right? In America, right? In Florida, right? That happens all the time. Okay, a big, older black guy goes up, picks a fight, pursues, and we have tape where he pursues a 17-year-old white kid in khakis that's rolled up at the front. He's got Skittles in his pocket and an iced tea, and shoots him dead. Oh, they say, oh, Mr. Black Man, oh, you're free to go. I'm sorry. You killed a 17-year-old white boy? That's no problem at all, man. He must have had it coming. It was obviously self-defense. Free to go. Yeah, that happens in this country all the time. Really? You don't even believe that. Even if you're the hardest Zimmerman advocate in the world, you don't believe that. You can't be that stupid and that naive. And then finally, oh, Florida. If it's a black person doing stand your ground or self-defense, they let him go all the time, right? Well, that's weird because last year Marissa Alexander, so same time frame, Marissa Alexander got a restraining order on her husband, okay, ex-husband. She's never been arrested. She has a master's degree. She's a mother of 3. She's got a toddler and 11-year-old twins. She works at a software company, perfectly respectable, etc., payroll software company. And she fires a warning shot because her husband's in the house and she thinks that he might abuse her. Well, I mean, black on black, like Zimmerman was talking, O'Mara was talking about there. The most charitable thing you could do. Well, obviously, the authorities are going to ignore that because black people, I mean, they get off all the time, right? And in this case, Stand Your Ground was initially to help, one of the main reasons they said was to help women who were victims of domestic abuse. Perfect. And it was a warning shot. She didn't fire at him, she didn't kill him, unlike Zimmerman. Well, I mean, if black people get away with it all the time and all she did was fire a warning shot for the specific grounds that Stand Your Ground was passed in the first place, well, obviously she got off, right? Same prosecutor, by the way, Angela Corey. 20 years. They didn't charge her with 20 years. She got 20 years. She's sitting in jail right now. She'll be in jail for another 19 years. But black people get away with it all the time. I mean, come on. Mark O'Mara must be right. God, you know, black people in this country, they're so privileged.